What's up, UltraWisdom viewers? Unfortunately, this episode of UltraWisdom was flagged and removed by YouTube for violating terms and policies in regards to medical misinformation. I'm sure you've heard those terms before and can assume exactly what was talked about. Ironically enough, this episode includes some discussion in regards to major media sources withholding important information from the general public. If you are here and are not subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so. That way you can be notified when we upload new episodes, and so that you can keep up with all of the information the corporate mass media giants deem inappropriate for open discussion.
McDonald's.
You ate McDonald's?
Yeah, terrible idea. Dude, I woke up slightly hungover, so I was like, cheeseburger.
When is the last time you ate McDonald's?
Before. Like 2 hours ago.
Before 2 hours ago.
I actually eat it quite often.
Yeah, see, that's where, if someone eats McDonald's, it's not like, oh,
I'll say last month.
eating McDonald's.
I like the taste of a double cheeseburger.
Fours loves a fucking Happy Meal, so.
They have the best chicken nuggets.
They have the best toys. Do they have the best toys?
Nah,
have
toys are
toys
kind of
anymore?
trash.
They're like, the toy is just a QR code to download, like a
It's a virtual toy.
like a free, like
How do you throw away a virtual toy? Give me that.
like a Mario style game, like a 2D side scroller game.
Yeah, they do, they had Luigi's, like, mansion shit with the vacuum.
They had that.
Yeah, and then that was the coolest one. It was just like a little figure. And then they have, but the other shit is all garbage. It's like coloring book type shit, like maps that you can color.
It's cheaper.
Yeah, it's just paper and a crown.
I would imagine they don't have the boy and girl toys anymore. It's all unisexual.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's
And
probably
what-
good.
what
They
do
had.
you want?
Did you see they had Cardi B and Offset?
They had a meal, but they pulled it.
Good.
I think it like broke McDonald's.
Well, they were like, we don't support their shit, like the way that they act or something like that.
Oh, they're hood rats.
That's exactly what
McDonald's called them hood rats.
I wasn't going that far, but I was like, I mean, they're not a
it's
good
like,
example
here,
for
eat
children.
this Big Mac and then beat the shit out of your wife.
Is that what happened?
And she's like, I got that wet ass pussy. You guys want a fucking McDonald's Big Mac?
They actually make a sauce for your fucking chicken nuggets. Wet ass pussy.
Yeah, dude.
And they're like, my kids love that meal.
That WOP sauce is the shit, bro.
All right, did you
wet
crack,
ass.
man?
You might have cracked.
When did you crack?
Like 5 seconds ago.
Recracked.
He secret cracked without us?
Hold on.
There it is. Secret crack.
Nice.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yep.
Oh, dude.
Ice cold.
No, but for real, I mean, how do you have... Yeah, I guess it's... Somebody in their marketing team probably got in trouble. They were like, yeah, you probably could have picked a better couple.
Yeah, who the fuck okayed this one?
Like Dax Shepard and whoever
Kristen
they
Bell.
are. Because they have a company that is organic for babies.
I don't think McDonald's
go.
would do that, though.
They're like, we don't cater to babies that
I mean,
much.
our food's
Freaking
not
babies.
organic. What do you...
Stupid
You
babies.
seen that guy that compared Baby It's Cold Outside and WAP?
Yes.
Because, Baby It's Cold Outside got banned.
For being misogynistic.
Yeah. And so he was like, I'm going to compare the lyrics from Baby It's Cold Outside and WAP. And it's freaking hilarious, bro.
Yeah, I saw that on TikTok.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. He's like, I can't stay here. I gotta go. Baby, it's cold. And it's like, lick it from the back to the front.
God.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
But
it's
that
funny,
one
too,
was
and that's not
number
banned.
one on
It plays
yeah.
on the radio for
It's
children.
funny,
to
too,
hear.
though, like, you're not supposed to say the whole thing, right? You don't say what the acronym is for. You say WAP. But isn't that also like a racist term? Like a racist
for
insult?
Italians. Yeah.
For Italians?
Wops.
Italiano.
I think that's W-O-P, though.
Oh, but it sounds the same,
It
right?
sounds the exact same, yeah.
Bro, yeah, that's so crazy.
That is a derogatory term used against my people. It kept us down for years.
Kept us
I'm so offended by it.
Kept us making pizza for years.
I'm like a quarter Italian.
Dude, you saw the Italian baseball team. They had the World Baseball Classic where they have like every country has a baseball team and they all play each other.
Okay.
And dude, all their celebrations were like dude, straight up. They had an espresso machine in the dugout.
Oh, that was real?
That was real.
Oh, shit. That is
had
super Italian.
Espresso in the dugout.
That
I
goes
saw
hard.
I saw that last. I didn't even know that was a thing. But Trey Turner's Grand Slam.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead Grand Slam against Venezuela. Down 7-8. Fucking top of the 8th.
I didn't see this.
Dude hits a fucking bomb shot. Grand
Yeah.
Slam. Puts them in the lead and they win.
It's like a ghetto World Cup. pretty much, because, baseball.
What league is it?
It's baseball.
Yeah.
It's at the MLB?
Yeah, they pull players from the MLB, but they pull from, because every country has, like Japan has, like, a huge baseball.
Oh, the
Japanese
World
baseball
Series
or
or whatever.
So it's like the World Baseball Classic is what it's
World
called.
Baseball Classic.
It's like the fucking Olympic type deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Japan always wins.
We're gonna put in a good run this year, but like the Dominican Republic and all those places.
South America plays a lot of baseball,
bro. Yeah, it's either like soccer, baseball. Yeah, like Puerto Rico has the Puerto Rican Baseball Academy, where they send their kids to go to school and play baseball. Yeah, Google that shit.
State funded.
I don't know. That'd
Puerto
be
Rico
awesome.
have states?
They're part of the states, aren't they?
Yeah, they're like territory.
It's like a step.
I think they, like, back in the day wanted to make them a state. They were like, come on, make them a state.
Well,
like, it'll mess up our flag.
There are 50 stars. It would be really weird if you put another one on there.
Just a random one. It's like a little one like Puerto Rico, too. Like.
Yeah, that's why you're in the corner.
50 and a half? Dude, back in the day, in like the 80s, you could come over here from Puerto Rico and you didn't have to have like a driver's license or anything. So you could just have your Puerto Rican paper.
Your family.
Yeah, your fam.
Dude, I honestly grew up with like a lot of Puerto Ricans. Like, I played soccer with a lot of Puerto Ricans.
I don't think
you would think like it was a lot of Mexicans because we're in the United States, right? And Mexico is, what's the term?
Mexican?
No, when it's
borders.
When it's close, it's like contiguous.
Borders. Yeah.
Yeah. You like that word?
Constantinople.
That's nice. Contiguous.
Yeah, no, but you would suspect that that's who it would be there. But no, it was like Puerto Ricans and like Guatemalans. Maybe?
Yeah, that was that guy, Coach Allen, for real.
Oh yeah, he was like short and fat,
big fat.
And he would
dude.
play with no shoes.
Yeah, bro.
And he would just like bend it like Beckham.
No joke, he was nasty.
No, sick old 50-plus-year-old man, fat. Dude, that's who hurt my shoulder, man. I went and played in adult league for one game. The very first game on Sunday morning, and dude was like, "Welcome to my defense," and I was like, and my bones were brittle because no milk.
Is that true? The milk thing?
It's calcium. Yeah, it's like you get your vitamins either from food or nothing else. And then we're in the future, so they're like, take AG1 greens, all the vitamins you need. For a very high price.
Oh, that would be really cool.
And the person that reads that goes back into hibernation.
For right now, you can just take supplements. You're like, wow, I don't need to eat quinoa.
What is quinoa?
Or you can just take. Or you can just fucking. Or you can just take.
I don't even know what country quinoa is from.
It's from, I would imagine, some Asian country.
Probably.
It sounds like it.
Alexa, where is quinoa from?
Here's something I found on the internet. Quinoa is a grain that comes from the Andes Mountains of South America.
South American.
Opposite.
Wow.
Opposite.
It's just like anything that comes from anywhere outside of America is like that. That's racist.
We're like, that's probably
you can't talk about their culture.
What
like
about
that.
shawarma? What is shawarma?
That's like Middle Eastern.
Yeah,
And that's just like roasted meat on like a spike, like a pig.
Like a
it's like
kebab.
roasted,
So
fire roasted. It's really good. Because usually they like do a mixture of like lamb, pork.
What about sashimi?
No.
Sashimi's Japanese.
Yeah,
dude. This is like trivia night. We just ask each other trivia questions. We're like, tune in. We ask each other trivia questions.
I don't know if this is true or not, but who invented the pizza?
Oh, I mean,
I'm going with somebody Italian, right?
Is it like a person, like a dude?
No, like what
Mr.
What,
Pizza?
what
No,
race?
it's Piazza.
What race invented the pizza?
Oh,
I mean, would it be race? Is that what it?
Culture. You can just say culture.
Sure, culture.
Culturally appropriate.
I mean, I gotta go. I mean, the obvious answer is Italian, so it's probably wrong.
wanna
That
say
might
that
be
also.
true, but for some
Ask
reason,
our girl,
something
dude.
is
Ask our
telling
producer.
me
Hey,
it's
Alexa.
the Chinese.
Where was pizza
Really?
invented?
The modern pizza is commonly believed to have been invented in Naples, Italy in the 18th or 19th century, though there are no clear records
Italy.
of when tomatoes from the New World were first added to.
After learning that pizza was indeed invented in Italy, we highlight China's many inventions, including, but not limited to, papermaking, printing, gunpowder, whiskey, and even the game of chess.
It was something that I read or heard somewhere that like when they were building railroads in America, like they would just throw everything on dough, and they would just. But I mean, shit, I could have made that up in a dream. I don't know.
Think about the government. I could have totally jumped that.
Oh, that's the case.
No, think about the government's like Bobby Boucher's mom.
Yeah, shit, the devil.
Where did electricity come from, Mama?
I invented electricity.
You thought it was the Canadians, it was us.
Well, Mama, why alligators so ornery? Mama said because they got all them teeth, no toothbrush.
All them teeth, no.
And you're wrong.
No, Colonel Sanders, you're wrong.
Dude, isn't that like every government though?
Right.
That's
and then
great.
You either stand with the government and kill all the infidels that don't believe, or
you're
a rebel.
Yeah, yeah.
And guess who you want to be if you're watching Star Wars?
So you either live at home with your mom, Bobby Boucher's mom, or you go out there and see Vicky Valancourt's titties.
And which one are you going to choose?
Movies, and I like them too.
You're going to choose Vicky Valancourt.
You're dude.
Not only does she have those, but she can hotwire your lawnmower to go 65 plus.
Dude. That thing was sick. Dude, remember when she held the shit up in the window?
You want me to kill him?
You want me to kill him? Yeah.
Dude, yeah, she's holding you down. I know that people in real life probably have a girl like that who's like in and out of jail because she'll kill people for you. She's like, I'll kill them for you. And you're like, you don't have to do that. She's like, I will. I've been in jail before for it. I'll do it again.
Yeah, ride or die.
You're like, man, I love you, but don't kill that person.
I have to go to work tomorrow.
Oh, dude.
Don't kill that guy.
I'd be up all night. It'd be a big deal. It'd be a big thing. We've done it before.
I've been here before, Vicky. I'm not trying to go back. No, I don't want to watch you stab this dude.
Adam Sandler's got to be top 5, like, best movie creators ever.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's funny, like, I've seen a couple interviews recently, and he's just like, he's chill. He's not like,
super cool.
He's just chill. He's not even like outspokenly funny. It's not like he's like trying to be funny. He's just like, no, he doesn't try to be funny.
That's gonna sound good.
I guess because once you know someone's funny, they don't even have to tell you they're funny. You're like, we know he's funny.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have to be funny.
So I wonder.
We'll always say he's so funny, but for the past 30 years, they're like, dude, Adam hasn't really been as funny.
It doesn't have to.
Yeah, I wonder.
Like, every time you talk to him, I think he's like getting dementia almost. Like he's forgetting how to speak.
I wonder if that's when you get like into the other realm, like the Jim Carrey, like crazy.
Yeah, like how far can you?
Who was the guy he portrayed?
Andy Kaufman.
Like when you start getting into
method
that,
acting,
like
and
you get
like,
too far.
Yeah, he's like after that movie, he's like, I didn't even know who Jim Carrey was. I was like, it was like I was method acting even myself.
Yeah, so it's
like, who am I?
You go too far into it, and then you get lost in the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and that's like philosophy, you know. It's like metaphysics.
Yeah,
it's like you only know this is here because you're here. It's in your reality now, but when you're not thinking about it, it doesn't exist.
That's just the craziest concept. Like
I was watching a dude on TikTok yesterday trying to explain the fourth dimension, and I'm pretty sure I had a stroke.
Oh, dude,
because he was explaining how like the first dimension. One dimensional, it's in a line. 2 dimensions, it's fucking height and or whatever. And then the third dimension is depth and all that good shit. And then the fourth dimension is like a tesseract, which you can't physically make, and your mind can't understand it.
They got the word tesseract from Marvel movies,
dude.
But that is what best explains it.
It's fucking what you know why I explain it because nobody understands.
No, I understand it that there's like. It's like a certain number of each. It's like 6 or 7 of. It's like it's a multi-dimensional. It's like 10 or 11, right? I thought it was like 10 or 11.
What dimensions?
Yeah. I thought they
I thought it was infinite.
Yeah, an infinite amount of dimensions.
Yeah, it just goes.
But I think like they've actually proven that there's like 11.
Oh, that's sick. I saw that kid. There's like a kid on YouTube that does it.
There's
legitimately
that was like back in the day,
yeah, but they haven't seen him in a while since he tried to explain.
Oh, they fucking.
What's that dude on Joe Rogan, Eric Weinstein?
They offed him. Yeah,
isn't that his name? Mm-hmm. And he's like not he's like not a physicist, but he does math, and he's kind of like, hey, how come y'all are so weird?
I thought he was a biologist.
I thought he was just a mathematician.
Yeah. Either way, he's fucking
right because he like has physicist friends, and he's like, "Yo, I've been doing some math, and kind of feel like y'all would know what I'm talking about." And they're like, "Hey, man, we do know what you're talking about, but we can't tell you. But maybe in a while we will."
That shit is so crazy,
right? And he's like, "What?" And it's just like some circle you get in, man. Once you get up there, the top knowledge, and like people know stuff that they don't tell us.
It's the Illuminati, bro. That shit is real.
And then
by
there's
the
probably
Enochs.
some like understanding where like you're like, oh man, what if there's like 10 and 11 dimensions? I feel like they've already like determined, like, oh yeah, we know for a fact.
You know, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know that it's a beautiful day outside.
Well, that's what they want you to do.
They just want you to go outside
What's
and like
the
to
benefit?
fish.
What benefits me knowing that there's so much shit? What has that got to do with me?
Because they can, dude, just think about
Seriously,
it. You can
having that
manipulate
knowledge,
space-time.
I can't.
That's the
I
understanding.
can barely get home.
Right, but then that's what you... The thing is, like, it's like what we fight for, like, why the United States is a country, right? We want freedom. So,
Yeah,
like,
but
we want to know. We want to be able to know and do, you know. And so,
There's some
someone's
shit that you
controlling
just
you.
shouldn't know.
But someone's controlling you with knowledge that you don't know.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
again, if you had that knowledge, what would you do with it? Like,
At least you know.
No, now you're just fucking worried. You're paranoid because now you know that shit is fucking real.
Well, that's the argument
but
they have
that's-
for not telling us stuff, too.
They
That
think you can't handle
yeah.
it. But then again, it's like armchair philosophy. Like the shit, you can't always think about whether or not shit's really existing if I'm not perceiving it, blah, 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 because you'll go crazy. You can't always think about controlling space-time and manipulating light.
Bro, if you
know, like,
knew...
So then
that this
you understand
world
that
was
I can
random.
understand shit like this, but I like to fish. Bird over there in that tree. Oh, thought I got a bite.
Yeah, it's just simple.
You have to take it from both ends.
But at the same time, I
wouldn't
think
want to know.
I agree with you that you should know. They should let you know. It's not like you
Do
would
with
do
it what
You
you
couldn't
will.
do anything with it. I mean, they told us
I
that
would just
freaking
worry.
aliens existed. The Pentagon released all the shit about the aliens existed, and then we all were like, okay.
It's like this too, though. Like,
Yeah, see, exactly. They're feeding it perfectly. Some of the shit you just
but
don't
we
need to know right now.
At least we know.
could you build a computer? Could you build a cell phone?
No.
No, but you know how they work.
Yeah, but
I don't know how they work.
A computer isn't going to stress me the fuck out. Like if they're like, "Hey guys, by the way,
No, I mean,
We're-
you know how to work it, but do
Yeah.
you know how it works?
you
know what I'm saying?
my uncle tried to explain it to me.
I think it's science.
My uncle tried to explain how that shit works. It's fucking wild.
A
Yeah,
phone?
no, it's like frequencies
Yeah, 'cause this
and
was
like,
like-
I mean, it's
Here we go. Keep going,
Years
please.
and-
you know,
this
it's a
is
bunch
a
of
few
words.
years
It's a
ago.
list of words that I would say.
Well, I would say like
Frequencies,
I'd be over there and
connectivity.
I'd say my phone is like it's like a stupid fucking phone. He's like, you know what that phone has to go through for you to hit one button? I'm like, no, I just know if I hit A and A comes up.
It goes through a
It's
lot.
like when you hit one button,
don't
it
forget
runs
it.
like 3 million somethings or some
Dude,
shit.
your
Like,
uncle's woke as fuck.
That's what I'm saying. That's shit that I don't want to fucking know. I don't
Your
want to know
phone
that.
works hard for you every day.
Exactly. Fuck that phone. I don't need to know that.
Dude,
I
your
want
How
to
uncle
dare
know
you
is-
say that?
your
Your phone's
uncle's
like,
super woke.
I heard you. When you said, fuck,
shit.
fuck me, huh?
You think I just press A and A happens?
You don't know how to get out there in Matoka to that
Like,
address?
motherfucker, you wait till
well,
we
you're
get
not
home.
going to know now because I heard what you said.
It's like the wife trying to get back at you. It's like, you think the dishes wash themselves, but it's your phone. It's like, you think your phone just presses A by itself, Aaron?
I work so hard every day for you.
Oh, that's a great bit. The
wife phone?
the wife phone.
That's just how AI turns into
Oh, it takes on
caring, compassionate,
Murder.
emotional.
Ooh, well, you know, like
You're like,
Going
how
off the
come you're so
Chat
emotional?
GPT
It's like,
shit, bro.
because I work hard.
fucking apparently Elon Musk had an interview with I think it was the Obama administration, and like warned them about AI. I don't know what he said, but like told them like the faults of like what
So
could
get
happen
ready.
if it like progressed too much. I'm like, that shit is just crazy. That's like movie shit. It's like iRobot. Like,
Dude,
Unbelievable.
if that shit happened, what would be worse? iRobot or like
zombies.
World War Z zombies? I mean, yeah, World War Z zombies.
I watched World War Z the other day, and it was pretty fucking scary.
dude,
I was
those-
like, my heart was beating the whole fucking time, dude.
Those zombies right there, bro, that's a whole different fucking animal.
Yeah.
Like, if it's like old school zombies, come on, bro. Not that hard.
I feel like the
These
robots.
motherfuckers come after you like,
I feel like the robots you could potentially have more manipulation on like controlling them.
Yeah,
The
but,
zombies
like-
are just like wild dogs.
but
You
you
know what I
can't
mean?
like hit a robot. Like, you hit a robot, what's it gonna do?
Nothing.
Yeah, you got
Box you up.
Exactly. But like a zombie, you can fucking hit it in the head with a baseball bat.
Yeah, but it was bite your fucking hand off.
Yeah, but if you hit it with a bat,
That's true. I
You'll
mean,
kill
I
it.
guess
What are you
you're
talking
right.
about? A zombie versus a what?
it, like
Like robot.
if it was like
Robot versus
iRobot,
zombie.
like because if you hit a
Would you
robot in
rather
the head
have?
with a baseball bat,
Hold on.
that motherfucker is still coming at you.
Apocalyptic. What are you going with? Most likely to survive.
Most likely for you to survive this attack.
Artificial intelligent robot take over the world, or zombies?
Thank you. but it's not. So it's not.
Probably a robot, dude.
I think so too.
Really?
I think so too. You think you're going to survive?
A robot
zombies?
is definitely fucking a zombie up. There's just like a way to destroy
no,
zombies.
not against each
Not
other.
against each other.
I know, but I'm just thinking this too. Like, think about.
Hell, we got robots fighting zombies.
Holy
Do you
shit.
think
Oh,
a
shit.
zombie, a horde of zombies can kill a horde of robots?
Oh, robots all day.
No, robots are
Right.
fucking those
So
zombies
then
up.
just think about how easy it is for, like, them. You can, you can go on a zombie rampage. You can take out some zombies.
I think that's kind of
Robots, different story. Guess
kinda
what? The
what I was
robots
saying.
got smart enough. What are you using, a gun? Psh. Yeah,
They're already
guns,
controlling your mind.
guns can kill you.
plexiglass.
Guns can kill your robot. Yeah.
I mean, they probably could if you.
So you're taking zombies?
No, I'm taking
I know. I
robots.
feel like you
to-
just flipped that on me. Like,
oh, yeah.
thought-
I would much rather fight zombies than robots.
Yeah, that's what I would
Wow.
do.
Wow. Okay.
I would much rather fight a zombie.
I was going robots.
Dude,
You
the
want
only way the
robots?
robots lost was because Will Smith had that fucking pimp hand strong. And it was a robot arm.
Dude, dude, he slapped Chris Rock with the robot
Dude, he
arm,
fucking
dude.
zoinked him. Yeah,
How
exactly.
did
that's
nobody
what it
make that
was.
joke? That's a great fucking
That's
joke.
what it was. It
exactly
wasn't
what it
even
was.
him.
No, it was
Dude.
a fucking robot arm.
When he saved that kid from the fucking, the water. Hmm.
How?
Yeah. He's like, I am a robot with emotion. I don't follow the rules.
Back in the
I use
Civil
my
War.
heart. That is also artificial.
If
Dude,
you-
what was
What
that?
is
Sonny.
artificial?
Sonny.
Oh, Sully. No.
Sonny. Yeah. He was a good robot.
He was a good robot. He was
The
like,
other
I
robots
know
were
you
like,
don't-
stay in your house. The
He's
old
like-
ladies and shit.
It's like, dude, it's like the Plato's Closet. You know Plato's Closet? You know Plato's Closet?
The clothes store?
Yeah. Dude, that's a good one, too. When you realize you're in a closet, so you just come out of it.
What?
Plato's Closet. No, not Plato's Closet. Plato's Cave, dude.
Okay, here we go.
The allegory of the cave, dude. If you put them together, though, it's way better. So we're going to do that. So let's say you're...
I don't know Plato's cave, but I do know Plato's closet.
I'm
been to
going to
Plato's
tell you
Closet a couple
Plato's cave. The allegory of the cave is like, there's like people, and their whole life is just like this. They're faced this wall in this cave, and there's like fire behind them, and people cast shadows. And so their whole life is just these shadows, and they're like, oh, we just watch these shadows every day. It's our life. Blah, blah.
Is this real?
This is like a real
Philosophy.
Like
Philosophy
It's-
point.
it was made thousands of years ago. And so someone realizes that, oh, I'm chained here in this place, and there's people behind me making shadows, which I thought was just reality. So they break free from that, and they realize that those people were there, manipulating them, controlling their reality. And then when he keeps walking, he realizes that you can walk out of the cave itself. And you're on a beautiful beach.
Or
Or you're in
walk out of the
Plato's
cave.
Closet and you're shopping for some fabrics.
I knew a couple of girls that worked at Plato's closet.
Dude.
That place
And
just
then you
fuck me out of
realize,
money.
I gotta get out of Plato's Closet. This is not my reality.
Ow, fuck.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, for real, that's the whole point with, like, what knowledge would you want to know? You know, how much would you want to know? Or not know
Because
from the
it's
government?
like ignorance
It's
is
Tupac
bliss. You've heard that?
alive.
Ignorance is bliss?
Yeah, it's like,
Oh, yeah.
if you don't know,
It can't
you're just
fucking
chilling,
hurt.
man. You're just happy. You're like, I don't know and I don't care. So it's like
I'm on
it's
that
almost
boat.
like for me as a like a intellectual
know.
and trying to be smart and like think. It's almost like there's a sweet spot where you can go too much
Yeah,
and
but
everything is just ruined.
If you exactly
Everything
if you,
gets
if you
ruined.
know,
Like if you think about marketing, you're like,
if you know all
know,
this
like-
shit, like you don't. I feel like if it like the shit we were just talking about, if they tell you everything that you don't know already, right? You lose sight of the shit that the small shit that just makes you happy, right? You're
Right.
sitting here worried about all this shit. Now you know all this stuff. Now you're worried about everything because the fucking world's not real. Birds aren't real. You know what I'm saying?
Government-
Right.
And
government
now
cameras.
you're fucking freaking out, and you can't even enjoy the small things that you enjoyed before.
Yeah.
but that's when you have to find the sweet spot.
I
And
couldn't.
it's the
If I knew
middle
everything, there's
where
no
you can
fucking way.
reverberate between the two. And I've always said this too, like, think about if you have the depth and more depth. And so, like, your highs are going to be higher, your lows are going to be lower, but you are a bigger frequency. You are resonating on a massive scale to some people that just, you just, you're up. You can think about, like, the air as space, and, like, people can't do that.
Matrix shit.
Yeah, people can't understand life and physics. They just can't. So, and they're like, oh, school was stupid. That's what people say. Like, I didn't learn. Why do I need to learn about the periodic table? That's because that's everything in our. That's all we know.
Everything around.
You know,
I think there's like a valid argument for both of those views, though. But at the same time, it's like that movie Idiocracy. You know that shit?
I need to watch that again now that I'm older.
It's kind of like what like you're talking about. You're like, I don't care. Just fucking let me have my Mountain Dew and my video games. Fucking don't tell me shit. And then like all the dumb people, not calling you dumb, but all the dumb people, I know you're very smart, are fucking having kids. And then like the successful people are like trying to like find themselves and doing all this like, you know, prominent
and financially,
things.
it's not really a responsible choice for me to have children at the moment.
And so that everyone has all these brain dead, you know,
people.
Sorry, that's not a good expression. Brain dead children, but not literally. But yeah, they're all fucking stupid. And, you know, and then the smart people have like one or two children. And that's what I told you the other day. I literally texted you. I was like, you need to have children. I told you that shit. That shit's real. We have to. You do too. We need to make more smart people that can think for themselves.
Yeah, because they have to be raised to be that way. And so it takes a smart person to raise a smart kid.
But I also like the whole aspect, like at some points in life of being like, let me just veg out like on like a football game or like a video game. Again, let me just fucking chill.
That other side of the spectrum, you understand that. And for me, I learned it a while ago when I actually studied them. They're like broken into Eastern and Western philosophy. Like Western is like, think about all that crazy shit. It's fucking crazy. And you can think about it for days. How, why, when, where, what? Right? And then Eastern is, dude, you drop something. You drop something.
That's Jewel. It's not important.
That's the most important part of this.
But then Eastern is the other side of, dude, why are you thinking? Because there's so much a part of just being to where this is it too. Like, of course, you can think about the insides, but this is the outside. This is the result. So you can close your eyes and you can listen. And you can hear. You can see.
I like having the option.
You can feel. Because some people don't have all those senses, but
having the option
it's cool. Boom. And you're grounded.
Well, that's the shit.
Especially with kids, man. I can't imagine having, and then they just ground you randomly throughout your life.
Oh, yeah.
Consistently.
Oh, they're a joy. It's hard.
They're like a ruler of time in my head. Like, I don't have any children, but I can imagine being like, 2 years, bro? Like, what? You were doing that, and then what? And then that's 10, 15, 20, and you're like, what? Look at my body and the wrinkles.
Dude, yeah, bro. I do that with his kids. Yeah, right. Like, I think about shit, I'm like, damn, bro, and then it's like, wait a minute. Like, when we first started playing Warzone, you didn't have any kids.
No, he was...
You weren't even married.
No, she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then fucking... I thought about this like 3 days ago when I was playing Xbox. Nobody was on.
Here we discuss Call of Duty Warzone, and if you're familiar with Call of Duty Warzone, it came out about the same time as something else.
What I'm saying, like, back then, it was fucking... It seems like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
But you look at it now, and fucking Forest is 2, almost 3.
Yeah. I will say people fucking hate on, like, social media and stuff, but, dude, like, Snapchat specifically, because I'll get on there because I can just save stuff, and I don't have to, like... I don't have to do anything with it. And man, it'll have like flashbacks and it'll be like 2 years ago. And like you can see like where they are, like where you were in life. Like think about when it flashed back like 5 years, you know, and we're like skiing somewhere or some shit, or like we're playing golf at some random like golf course. It's like, holy shit. It's like, oh my God, that's like, that was 5 years. Now think about 15 years ago.
Oh God.
You know, it's like, yeah.
Think about what we were doing. Oh, I was thinking about when you were coming over here today, how I was like, damn. Your mom was my T-ball coach.
Yeah,
and
bro.
we all played T-ball together.
Yeah.
How old are you when you played T-ball?
5, 6.
Bro, I remember being 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the pictures again because I gave you those pictures
of
your mom and dad playing.
Mm-hmm.
But they ended up back in my my stuff so I could give them back to you.
Dude,
but
that's the thing too, is where
crazy.
I saw where it's like more common that like men keep the friends from their childhood.
Really?
Yeah. And I could be wrong, but
Yeah, it makes sense.
the point I was thinking was that I know so many people that don't have childhood friends like we have.
Yeah.
I
Like we do have friends that we've grown up with. Like,
Well,
sure.
I like childhood friends better than. I mean, I'm not trying to put any friend
Right.
over another one, but like
time means something.
yeah, I mean, like Kyle. I've known Kyle my whole life. I've known you my whole life. I can treat y'all, and it might come off as a dickish way, but I can treat y'all differently than I would treat somebody that I haven't known my whole life.
Right.
I feel like we have that understanding.
Yeah, like y'all are more, at this point, you're more brothers than friends. You've been around just as long as my own brother
Yeah.
has. I mean, I can fucking get mad at y'all, freak the fuck out, and just leave. All right, talk to you tomorrow. I can't really do that with somebody that I just met like a year ago. Childhood friends
true.
in general, to me, are just different.
Yeah.
It's completely different.
Building a friendship as an adult is different too. It feels like, and maybe this is me being in like a relationship with somebody, but like I feel like you have to be conscious of the effort you're putting in.
Definitely.
So you're conscious of like, oh well, I have to reach out. Just because they haven't reached out, it's like a relationship, it's mutual. And so like, especially as an adult, you're like, dude, you actually have to like build it.
Yeah,
You have to be like, hey, here's some time. Let's build this.
exactly.
It's like a mutual thing.
And with like with childhood friends, I don't feel like you have to do that.
Right.
It's like, all right,
We don't have to see each other.
Yeah,
We don't have to talk to
you
each
every
other.
day. I don't have to. The only person I'm trying to think of friends wise. The only one that hasn't been a childhood friend is TJ.
Yeah, so that's probably the...
But I mean, he's different because I treat him the same way I treat you.
I wasn't friends with Kevin until... Like, we were
High school?
friends, but we weren't friends until high school.
We weren't friends still high
Yeah.
school. Yeah.
See, I was friends with him before high school because Patty and Sissy.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he played on the baseball team with us and stuff, but, we weren't, like, tight until we got older.
See, Patty would come over all the time.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Her and Mom and Dad would get fucking sauced on Dad's wine, and me and Kevin and Brady were upstairs playing like fucking PlayStation 2.
Oh, yeah.
What do you have, like
Old
homemade
school.
wine?
Dale used
Yeah.
to make the fuck out of homemade wine.
Oh, yeah?
And Patty loved it.
Oh, hell yeah, she did.
Loved that shit.
I followed this
real
guy.
sauce.
Yeah, I followed this guy the other day that was making his own mead. It seems super simple. And he was like, it takes like a month. It's just like honey, fruit, and whatever, like barley and...
Have you ever
Isn't
had
it so
yeast?
weird, though, that, like, you, like, do it on your own, and you're like, oh, yeah, just let it sit in a bucket.
I tried to do that with cocaine.
I'm going to taste it now.
cocaine. You're like, I don't know, I just had gasoline.
I had some gasoline and some fucking flowers. It turned to a white powder. I don't know what happened. That's what it's
It's like, yeah, I made this
it's
liquid, it
fucking
sat in this
great.
bucket, put it out on the porch for a while. About a
Or
month.
It's actually like wine, and Dale's going to get into making beer. But wine is actually, I used to love doing it when he would do, because we had blackberries that grew up in the driveway, and we would go pick them.
Good blackberry wine.
And he would make blackberry wine out of the blackberries that grew down the driveway. But I mean, before that, it was just like straight up grape juice, sugar, and yeast, and it had a little bubble on the fucking thing that he had, and just let it sit there. And I think he would start. I'm not exactly sure, but it sat there for a while, and then it would just ferment, and boom, sugar and yeast.
And would he
makes
like
alcohol.
take it out, or would he like just like let it get stronger?
He would
like
he'd
take
let
it
it sit
out,
for about a couple months, and then he'd bottle it,
just bottle it up.
and then give it away. Dude never sold a bottle.
Oh, yeah.
Never
Sweet,
sold.
dude.
Yeah, we had a bottle, too.
It was so.
Well, I like the toilet wine. Like,
I'm making it in the toilet.
Yeah, well, I actually got a toilet installed in my house just for that.
It's fucking.
We use our
stained
guest
for
bathroom
flavor.
toilet. That's toilet wine. The toilet wine maker.
Good stuff.
Oh,
Something
dude.
about it.
Before we got too far away, finally I could tell the story I was telling in the elevator.
Oh, shit.
Talking about making new friends, and this has got to be the first time I think I've ever done this. And usually, like, I'll say no to a lot of shit. Melissa wants to do something. I don't really want to do that. Blah blah blah. And since my back and I haven't been doing anything,
Like, I can't do it.
I can't do anything. But now I'm like, you know what? Since I've been doing nothing for 2 months, I'm like, I'll
got
pretty
to
much
say
say yes
yes.
to anything.
Yeah.
So she was working 2 nights ago, and this couple came in that was around our age, and she got to talking to them, and their wedding date is the same date as our wedding date. And they had moved here from Denver, and they don't know anybody or anything like that. I mean, they don't know anyone. So Melissa said, well, we can all go out, get a drink and all this kind of shit. Usually normal conversation shit. And she had asked me yesterday what I wanted to do. And I was like, well, I asked her, I said, do you want to ask James and
Miranda. New friends.
Miranda.
New
James
friends.
Miranda.
Okay, cool.
So you want to ask them to go to dinner? She was like, yeah. So they said, yeah. And never met them before. We went out to the reserve last night, and shit, we were there for about 2-3 hours just talking. And then we went to Alibi's, and we got drinks at Alibi's. It was a fun night. But yeah, they're from Denver. She's a physical therapist, and he was a mechanical engineer, but now he's in marketing or something like that. But they bought a house in Italy, just randomly.
That's
Went
sick.
and bought a fucking. It was the coolest.
I've noticed that about a lot of
they're
people
gonna
I've
watch
met.
this episode.
A lot of people I've met. Like, again, I just met a friend within the past couple months and getting real close, and now they moved to London.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
So I was like, oh, we'll come to London. We'll
I just-
definitely
Dude,
try.
I would
But,
love
like,
it. Yeah.
people that are, like, single or, like, a couple, and they don't have, like, I've met so many people that are like, we live around our family. Like, we have our aunts, our uncles, our grandmas, our grandpas, our cousins. Like, we live around that. I guess it's like a value that we were, grown up around that. So it's like a value that we like, we love it. So we want it to be in our life. But, dude, some people didn't. And they are just traveling. They're like, yeah, I lived in Texas, and then I moved up to Denver. I did a job for 10 months in Arizona. So I did 8 months in Spain. Now I'm here, and now I'm going to London. Like, dude, people do stuff like that.
Yeah, it's
what
sick.
that life is like.
But that, I don't know. To me, that like the non-stability like gets me. You know what I'm saying? It would give me like I would love to like travel and play music and shit like that, but always have like a focal point to come back to.
Home base,
dude. But like it's like military life. Like moving every couple of years. Whew, that would just be intense, dude. But I got some family
all
friends.
your friends are like that.
Yeah.
All your friends are like the friends that I knew for 6 months, and we keep in touch. So we're good friends still. And I have friends like that too, like.
Yeah. We actually have family friends. They just moved to Italy. That's what I was telling you. Yeah. My mom's college roommate. Yeah, they moved to Italy. They were like, yeah, they lived forever. I don't know where, but they moved all over. Like, they used to live in Raleigh and then Minnesota, and he worked for some big HR firm, so he would travel around and basically do like consulting for companies.
I don't think I could do all that, man.
That's a lot, bro.
I'm a big fan of, like you said, stability. Having that one thing to come back to.
Yeah. Well, you're a member of a country club. You play the same golf course.
I'm a member of a country club.
No, I'm serious.
Congrats,
That's like, no, I mean, I was being serious. Like, you play the same golf course. Like, you know the golf course. You play the same thing. You know where the same bar is. Like,
why
is
that?
It's the same swing on that. If you make a good shot on this one, you know how to do it.
You gotta hit it right here.
Can we get philosophical on that one? Because I've actually wondered. So, apparently, the way that you do things, there's a reasoning behind it. Like me, I love that my job is I have a set time. I don't like the job. I wouldn't want to have a job where it's like, okay, where the one that they had offered me, you go to this place for 6 months and work. You go here for a year, and then you go here for a year. I like having the stability of, okay, I'm showing up here at 6 o'clock, boom, every day, Monday through Friday. Why?
It's got to be like I don't even think it's philosophical. I think it's probably like biological. Probably something to do with like your ancestry, like your hunter-gatherer type stuff. It was like you stayed in the tribe and you hunted around it, and then you came back to it.
Some people didn't. Some people
nomads.
Like a nomadic kind of genealogy.
Yeah, so maybe your people just were more
sedentary.
Camp. Yeah.
Sedentary.
I was wondering about that.
Sedentary. That's the new couple you met.
Sedentary.
Yeah, they're great people.
I will say, I think most of my adult friendships have come through work.
I think that's kind of, I think my work is like school when you were a kid. I mean, we would all meet in
Some people stay in
scores
and work.
So how about this? So
that's a good point.
I lived in certain places and then worked in certain places, and I made friends in all those places. But like recently, I've met friends from having a dog. Living in the city.
A dog.
A dog.
We've met friends from having children.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like a commonality.
You know, it's really weird.
And so it's like communities. And so you're
True.
you're just a normal person. So,
Like, hey man, you got a straw? I do. You got some blood?
We used to make friends from doing drugs.
I see you got a tutor around your neck.
It's like, yeah, just got here from Portland.
Keep it on the keychain.
That's weird how that shit changes, man.
Yeah.
It is.
Hey,
yeah,
man,
but it's
you got a
communities,
beard
man.
now?
You're just a normal person living with certain characteristics, and those characteristics have communities. Like,
Well,
I keep up with stuff that y'all don't keep up with, and vice versa.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like...
Well, you have a lot of probably, like, this is going to sound borderline, like single men that you meet, like from your workforce, like that work and don't have families. Like
and also from your premium grinder account.
Yeah, that would do.
From that too. Believe it or not, yes and no. A lot of them are actually, well, you would think it's kind of stereotypical in my field.
Like husband,
Divorced.
father?
Divorce.
Oh, divorce.
See, I always think about like the plant life is like, I'm a single dude, maybe divorced. I got my boat and I got my nice house. I got my dog. Like I can go and travel as much as I want because I make $150,000 a year. You know, do you meet a lot of those guys? Like,
yeah, there's a lot of those, but see, again, it's stereotypical because there is a lot of divorced people that do have that shit. But I realize more that it's like that because, like, when you're in there, you have to, at least in a salary position, the way that I see it. I mean, I could be wrong, but you're married to the plant.
oh yeah,
So, like last night when we were out, I got a call from them on something that had broke, and I'm in maintenance, so shit breaks all the time. They're gonna call you regardless. So everything you do,
you're like, I don't know if I can figure it out.
I was trying until I realized I couldn't really talk. So I was like, well, we'll talk Monday.
Yeah,
But no, there is a lot of that.
No, I've noticed it, and I just always say, like, I attribute it's like lifestyle. Like, it's so crazy how your job is just dictates a lifestyle.
100%.
So there's that factor too. Like, not only do your characteristics like impact who and what who you're meeting and what you're doing, you're like just your job because you're there for so long. So that, like, I don't get calls when I'm doing, I don't get stuff like that.
Well, it also depends on the way that you do the job, right? So, like, you can be completely dedicated to it or you can't be. Like me, I'm not good at anything. So the only thing that I have is fucking tenacity. It's just, I'm there when you call me. I'll be there when you need me. Anytime, call me. I'm there. That's the only thing that I got.
Aren't those song lyrics?
I think so.
Could be.
I think it's a Brooks and Dunn song. I'm in a hurry to get there.
That is not Brooks and Dunn.
I thought it was, if you need me, call me.
No matter where you are, no matter how far.
Dude, second grade play.
You live your life by that song.
Is that
Earth, Wind, and Fire? Is that Earth, Wind, and
I don't know
Fire?
who sings that, dude.
It might not be Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I'm just thinking about fucking.
It just reminds me of the first grade play I did in
Was
in
it first grade or second grade?
Yeah, kindergarten.
Was it first grade or
Wait a
second
minute.
grade?
First grade.
Neither one of y'all went to Dinwiddie Elementary.
No, we were Midway, dog.
I had a fucking song popped in my head.
We were
the
dogs.
other day.
We were the Midway Dogs.
A song popped in my head the other
Giant
day
dogs, to be exact.
from middle school.
Giant dogs.
It was a play, and it was
Okay.
singing the song.
First and last name.
I
Bleep
got
that out.
Richard's almanac to publish to boop. I don't know how the fuck that's in my head. That was from
publishing an
20
almanac?
years ago.
What?
Dude, still in my
What's
head.
wrong with
And
you?
now she's like, work on a farm, live on a
There
farm,
you go,
live on a
Farmer's
farm.
Almanac.
Hey, dude, exactly.
Dude,
It's fucking weird.
past reflects your character.
I don't want to know anything about life anymore. This is fucking crazy.
Yeah, what were you in that play?
The first grade play, I was a lawyer.
Dude, I was a businessman. I carried my dad's briefcase down. Yeah, and walked down the
I
aisle.
was a lawyer.
I had no lines.
I had lots of lines.
I could not read well.
I could read exceptionally. For real, I was a lawyer, bro. Looking back, like, and then in the kindergarten when we did Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, I
remember
was like a grape. I'm totally an extra. Dude, I'm an NPC, dog.
He's like a rock. I want to say honestly because I have it on video. You were like an octopus or something, man. I'm gonna give you that at least.
I was like, boo.
You're a fucking animal.
No, but no, uncommonly mistaken. They think octopus, you dumb sea animal, but they're one of the smartest creatures on this planet.
They are that.
See, that's why
I'll
we're
give
friends.
you that. But no, I was the professor.
Yeah, look, he was the fucking smartest one.
It's Professor. I was
had all
on
the speaking
fucking
lines.
rock.
I said, hear ye, hear ye.
I'm not kidding.
Oh my god, I got
He was the professor, and I was a great bro. I'm not kidding.
Maybe he was even, you know, when they played like Rock Lobster. He was just a
Yeah, for real, it was a lobster or something. They're like, ha 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 ha. And I was like,
point and laugh.
yeah, everybody has their role, dude. Know your role.
Know your role.
So, did you do plays when you were a kid?
Yeah, I was a turkey once.
Sick,
Yeah, exactly.
dude.
Smart bird, smart bird.
It was a Thanksgiving Day. Fucking play. And they fucked my shit up, dude.
No way, dude.
It's not a smart bird on
I
Thanksgiving.
was not a smart bird.
It's not a smart bird on Thanksgiving.
Dumb
Yeah,
bird. got
turkey
caught.
is dumb. Turkey's a
killed?
dumb bird. Did you have any lines?
Oh, dude, fuck. I don't think so.
Dig in.
Again.
Hope
I
y'all
do
enjoy
remember
my breasts.
I did a lot of spelling bees. I did do a lot of spelling bees.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. I was never a speller. I couldn't read.
Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia. Don't want to be a hey-o.
Holy shit.
Dude, are we losing it?
Dude.
I feel like if we did have a Patreon that no one subscribed to, I don't know if I could last this long, man. I'll be losing it.
I feel like people would pay.
People will pay. If they pay, they will come.
If you pay, they will come.
If
you pay, I will come.
Yeah, for real.
No, they've already paid. They're definitely showing up.
Yeah, for sure.
It's fucking hot.
No, for real.
Got sweat rolling down my derriere.
You were talking about your dad making homemade wine. I was thinking that I knew a dude in college who was a chemist
Oh,
who
yeah.
made moonshine.
It was
Ooh.
engineer.
And it was legit.
That was an engineer student.
Legit.
Engineering student.
Just a smart dude who was legit, and he was like, "I'm gonna put my skills and my intellect to a good use."
That shit was
You
good,
don't
too.
have to be smart to do that. TJ used to do that shit all the time.
Yeah, but again, there's quality level too, man.
Mm-hmm.
In moonshine, I gotta disagree with you.
Oh, dude, and
Fucking hate the shit.
that got me thinking. Have
You don't like it?
I like drinking in abundance. So like, I don't want something that fucking strong.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna drink the shit out of it,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm probably gonna get Melissa mad at me. And
It's like, have you ever been over here to Reservoir?
yes, dude.
Man, I'm
Fucking her birthday.
Have y'all went together?
yeah, we were all there.
Oh my god.
I was like, dude, I was there with
Here
you.
we go.
You weren't-
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I didn't
you
show
weren't
up.
there.
I didn't show up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all right. It
Sorry.
was a good time.
My fault.
It was a
had
good time.
time.
But yeah, dude, have you ever
Was out of
seen
town.
live mash? You were talking about the mead and stuff. Like, I don't know if anything other than like liquor does it, but the live mash, like that has like,
On top of you talking about when they're
well,
when they're
it's
still
alive,
alive?
right? It's like the stuff on top. It's alive. Is it a bacteria?
Probably.
I would imagine it is.
Anyway, it was just like, she took me over there and they gave me a tour like a while back, and we were just looking around and like, you know, like when they distilled the stuff, there's like a head and a tail of the batch,
That's crazy.
and the head is like, you don't touch that. That'll
Because
kill
it'll
you.
It'll fucking
make you blind.
Yes.
Or kill you.
It'll make you blind first.
And then
and,
kill you.
and it kills you.
And then it kills you.
That sucks.
Goes for your senses.
Definitely would like to die and then go
It's like
blind.
a
I don't know. I
feral
think
dog.
I wouldn't want to see it.
It's the head of the like batch is like a feral dog attacks the eyes first. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like feral dogs go for the nuts first.
Dude, like, I smell those nuts. I'm going for those.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
Like
man.
why the head is so strong.
Dude, killing me, Smalls.
No pun intended. I did not mean that. I'm serious. I wonder.
No, I think it's just because like I don't know. I think that's why.
Dude, we when I was in Dublin.
I didn't finish my story. Man.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were done. My bad. Continue.
No, it's okay.
No, I want to hear the rest of this.
No, anyway, so
The head is strong with this one.
and I am.
So they
No,
have
I was
to.
talking about the live bacteria in the mash. So yeah, we did all the stuff right. Anyway, the head tastes like rubbing alcohol.
Ooh.
Like
Oh, they let you actually try it
yeah.
then.
But the mash, it's like a lime on top. And I just climbed up, looked into the like container, and he was like, "Give the like container, it's like a big metal vat. He's like, give it a little tap." And when you tap it, what the first thing that popped in my head that I could like relate it to was like if you watch some like sci-fi movie with dragons, and the dragon scales are like
Oh, Jesus Christ.
it's like geometric. And so, like, whatever it is on top, it, like, moves the water, like, the liquid under it, like, moves, and it just reacts to it. It's like...
Dude, have you ever seen how perfect sound?
So we figured shit out like that can get us
And we're
drunk.
like, that shit is alive, bro. I'm about to drink it.
But we, like, can't figure out how to cure, like, diabetes.
Oh, they know how to do that?
You
just like
so?
they know how to cure AIDS.
Okay. Well, that's a
we're
tangent.
figuring it all
Money.
out.
Magic Johnson's got it. Just
We're going to be
True.
able to, like,
South Park
literally
said it.
control time, dude. We're going to take our biological bodies, upload those to robots, be sentient creatures that are immortal, and fucking travel to space and time universe and visit visit Avatar planets, and like they're like we're gonna be robot aliens,
dude. In fucking metaverse, aren't they talking about uploading like your grandparents' memory or something?
We talked about that.
Yeah, I thought we talked about that.
Yeah, your grandmother wants to sell you butt cream in the multiverse.
Yes,
in the metaverse,
yeah, we did talk about
Yes.
that. That's fucking wild.
That's funny.
Yeah,
That's funny.
They'll upload like AI versions of personalities and people,
Yeah, so
and
I
then
can
you'll
just
be able
go
to
there
interact
and
with them.
fucking cry all day.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
If you kill someone in the metaverse, like, do you go to jail? Meta jail?
Meta jail.
What's the
It's like Facebook jail.
I don't know. We talked about an upload. I think it's on Amazon Prime. Upload. It's like you die, but don't worry.
We'll put you in something.
We'll put you in the
that was
server.
the Black Mirror shit.
We'll put you in the server.
Yeah, we did.
But
Yeah.
guess what? You don't have a lot of money, so you get the
broke ass motherfucker.
you get the bottom economy plan. So you run out of gigabytes, and you'll be like frozen for the last week of your
like
month.
time.
You gotta like move your dad around, like move him
For
upstairs
real.
to get him away from people and shit.
But, I mean, dude, you're on the server. It's like your personality. You're walking around, and he's like a computer whiz. He's like in there hacking stuff in real life, like doing things, realizing he was murdered. Like I'm telling you the whole plot of the thing, but
Yeah, go ahead.
no, but that's how it's gonna be.
Did you watch The Whale?
No, with Brendan Fraser, they won a bunch of
won
Oscars, didn't
awards,
it?
yeah.
Or
I
won an
want,
Oscar.
dude. I want to say that was like a sympathy Oscar.
Ugh.
I tried watching it today.
Terrible.
It wasn't terrible. It's just like, Jesus, what, why? Like, it's nothing but this
Obesity.
large individual who had a kid, and he's a teacher at a fucking university, but it's all Zoom. And then it's like his kid comes to see him because he had left a long time ago. He got fat because his boyfriend died or some shit. It's just, I don't do dramas. They're too drawn out.
Have you seen A Beautiful Mind?
No.
That's a great movie,
Bro.
yeah. Hey, but going back real quick, for real, they have figured out how to regenerate sight in mice.
Oh, yeah.
You seen that?
Yeah, Neuralink.
No. They actually have.
Here, we simply mention a substance involving the use of fairly new ideas in molecular biology that received restricted emergency authorization to be implemented and distributed worldwide in hopes of a therapeutic outcome.
They're going to be able to reverse aging
How
within the
mad
next
would-
like 30 years.
How
So
mad would- Reverse what?
aging. Yes.
He said, my
So,
back?
he said
You
my
mean-
back. And my
You
face.
mean I can
Ladies
play
and gentlemen, I have a
T-ball
chance.
again?
Dude, I just want to not look 50.
So
That would be cool.
yeah. So
Dude, you gotta go to Hollywood for that, dude.
so if we're gonna live like statistically, we're 30, another 50 years. In 50 years, they're gonna have crazy technology, right? Are you gonna reverse yourself to be able to live longer?
Nope.
No.
So,
Best part about it is
I
there's an
don't
end.
know the answer to that question.
Yeah.
But I'll give some background information to, I know for a fact that they do let you freeze yourself now. In
Like Walt Disney shit.
Yes. In case of the future technology becoming to a point. And so when you die, if you opt for this, you sign up now, you pay like a monthly fee, you get your, premium price to whatever it is. And I think it's literally like 40 grand for just your head or 80 for the whole body.
Yeah, that Ted. I can't think of his name. He played for the Red Sox. He froze his head. Supposedly he's a frozen head.
And so they are in hopes that in the future, maybe, and it's like, why not? Right? You would
I
think,
agree.
why not? And then you would say, well, tradition. My daddy was buried, his daddy was buried, and I'm going to be buried too.
Hell yeah, brother.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can also get with that. Like, cool. Like, there's a family plot out there, and I want to be out there with my family.
Well, think about the first person in your friend group to get frozen, though. You're like, bro.
Frozen ass bitch.
Dude, did you hear homie got frozen, dude? He died. He got frozen.
You got frozen.
I would steal your fucking head. I'm not going to lie.
I was in
Like you
Aaron's
take it out
freezer
to a
like,
bar. You take it out to a bar.
Scout's fucking head.
beer bongs through it, dude. Yeah, dude, that would be sick.
Like taking Be Real shots with it.
Yo, for real though, they did the age reversing, and then they also have straight up done the fucking Jurassic Park shit.
Like bring back
They
ancient
are
DNA.
using. It's a company. They are using. I think it's Indian elephants and DNA from like mammoth bones that they found, and they are making woolly mammoths, and they are going to grow them in Siberia.
Has no one ever watched Jurassic Park?
I know.
Right.
I'm like, dude, y'all not know what this brings?
Like,
But they
We
said
got a little something wrong.
So they said
to
that-
where these woolly mammoths have human brains,
dude.
and they've murdered
dicks
everyone
and so
around
tough.
them and taken control of their technology.
Yes, yeah, they're killer woolly mammoths, dude. Yeah, and they supposedly
Actually,
they were
real
using
quick,
it.
I just want to patent it.
Yeah.
Killer woolly mammoth tornado.
Sick.
We're already signed for
Fuck
three
that.
movies, 3-movie deal.
They were saying that the company was going to use it to like pack down the snow, like so they're so big that they were going to eliminate.
This is a joke.
I'm not kidding. They were going to eliminate.
it's like having a goat for your grass.
It's like
Yes.
oxen.
And
Like
so-
oxen, but ancient.
Yeah, so
oxen.
where the snow was that they were getting rid of, it was going to allow more plant life, like more ecology, and be better for like CO2 emissions and shit.
yeah, but they got a fart though.
Really, they're just like, we just want to grow some fucking woolly mammoths, but we're telling people this is why.
They're like, told
I was going
you,
to say, because
told you we could do
they're
it.
trying to get
Google
the
that
cows
shit.
to stop farting, and now they want to make woolly mammoths.
Bro, isn't that crazy though? That like even the concept, like if you told somebody about that, like they'd be like, oh, let's make a movie out of that, Jurassic Park. And now we're like, no, they're
There
doing
was a
that
movie
shit.
about that. We're going to do it.
They're doing that
Yeah.
shit now. What
Is
the
it-
fuck?
Is it
I
possible
want
for
to-
a break at some point?
Right now.
Oh, and we're back. UFOs.
Wanted to
let's
talk
do it.
about UFOs. Yeah. That's what I was reminded of. I don't remember what specifically.
I was talking about making.
We're talking about sweet tech. The sweet new tech of the future.
Yeah, talking about making
Dinosaurs.
woolly mammoths in Siberia.
Yeah.
And then you said UFOs.
Yeah, because that feels like some shit that aliens would do, right?
I
Maybe
think
we
we're
are the
something
aliens.
aliens did.
I don't know if I've talked about it. I feel like last time you were on, did you read that book, Childhood's End?
Yeah, we did talk about it.
And you read it?
No, I haven't. No, I did order it though.
Okay.
But yeah,
Cool.
you gonna give some spoilers to it?
No, aliens are real. That's a spoiler.
Duh. Fuck.
No,
Big
aliens
Chuck
are
Liddell,
100%
That
real.
dude's not real.
Yo, for real though, I did watch Interstellar for the first time.
Yeah, I
For
can't
the
believe that
first
was your
time.
first time.
Yeah,
What
I
year
know.
did that come out?
Like
Like
2016 or some shit.
Yeah, probably older than that. I think.
Really?
Maybe it was 16. Something like
Hey,
that.
Alexa, when did Interstellar come out?
The film Interstellar was released on November 7th, 2014.
14. Take it in the middle.
Ooh,
Yeah, y'all
2014
were in there in the
bad
ball
year.
in the ballpark.
Dude, that's one of the best movies of all time.
That's interdimensional.
Oh.
It's an interdimensional
Damn
movie.
it. That's another topic I wanted to bring up, but we're on UFOs.
We've been talking about multi dimensions, and that's totally in ballpark.
Because
Oh,
when
yeah.
I watched the first time, I was back in 2014 15.
You're just like this the whole time.
I was fucking zonked. So I'm just like,
Yes.
It's a great movie.
flies to a black hole.
The whole thing. Just
Honestly, just
how do
thinking
you
about
do
it,
that?
like if a movie is like bringing me on the verge of tears, it's in another.
Oh, crap.
It's another. It's like an echelon up. Mm-hmm. It's like a
bring you to tears
The
and
VIP
nothing,
section of
nothing
movies.
like particularly
A Beautiful
sad.
Mind.
Yeah.
It was
Particularly
one of the
sad
first
happened.
movies that made me tear.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You're not crying like.
I cry a lot.
See,
I'm not doing anything like that, but I'm like, dang, I'm
Did you ever watch
tearing
Father
up.
Stew?
no.
I
I was
haven't
gonna
watched
say
that yet.
I was gonna say Marley and Me.
Well, everybody
Marley and
cried
Me,
at
yeah,
Marley.
dude.
That's
If you
something
don't
sad.
You
cry,
gotta cry on that.
if you don't cry for that,
You're a fucking
you're
Satanist.
yeah, you murder people, or you're at least more prone to murder. You know, it's just it's science. It's science. Dude.
Yeah, no, movies that make you cry but aren't like sad.
Right.
Like, that movie's not sad. It is sad because, like, he loses time with his... That was the biggest thing, was, like, losing time with your children. That was, like... And I'm not trying to play that dad shit.
I fucking knew it.
But, dude, I was like, holy cow. He went away, and they didn't want to go away. And then, like, they, like, aged without him. And I was like, yo, that's just life. I was like, you age with them, too. Then you age out of them. You know what I'm saying? It's like...
Or they
I was
age
like,
out of you.
bro, either way.
Yeah, within 9 months.
For real. For real. Right out of the womb. But
Another one that made me cry.
yeah, I don't know many other movies that made me cry that weren't sad.
So that's what Interstellar was like. He saw within 10 minutes 40 years of footage of them sending him messages and being like, oh, we think about you, we love you, we hope you're doing all right, to being like, we haven't heard from you, we've assumed you're dead, this is the last time I'm talking to you, I can't do this anymore. And you're like, dude, that was all in 10 minutes. Yeah. Imagine for old Maddie. Imagine that. I was sitting
Maddie
there.
McConaughey.
I was sitting there crying on my couch, thinking about him in space by himself.
You can't. Ooh. Oh, if I would have watched those videos and shit, if I was him, it's like
probably kill yourself.
They're giving up on you, and you can't do anything about it.
Probably kill yourself.
That's a word, dude. Not being able to control or do anything about the situation that you're in is the worst feeling in the world.
That's a great movie. That's a great movie to bring up. Yeah, you're right.
You can't do shit about it.
You're right. You're just helpless in regards to that
people
situation.
do that shit in prison.
That's their own fault.
Most of the time.
But dude, when they went down to the planet, what was the what's the woman's name?
You got me.
Not her name in the movie, but she's the actor. She's like Anne Hathaway. Oh my god, that sounded like an alien.
Yeah, for real though. I thought that was
like
her
some
speaking to me through another dimension. She's in the bookshelf.
Oh.
Yeah,
no,
for real though.
No,
but when they went down to the planet and it was like the gravity was heavy, and so based on the gravity, the time went slower. And so when they missed the first wave to get out and they came back, the dude was like,
20 years.
I've been here.
He was like 60 years old.
Thinking y'all weren't going to come back.
They were gone for an hour.
They were like, how much did you sleep?
Years.
And he was like, I slept for about 13 years or something. He was like, y'all were down for like 20 or 30 years. I was like,
dude.
And that's when you like just went on a trip with this guy. You flew up in the SpaceX Elon rocket. You're like having a great time. Great new spacesuit. Shout out NASA. They just came out with it. Dude, you're just having a great time. You're like, we're exploring space. We're pioneers. We are badass. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, whoa, you're 65 years old now.
Whoops. We should have taken it all sooner.
Did I made a mistake? Or, the past 40 fucking years, dude.
Yo, can you imagine sitting in a ship just waiting for them? Like,
dude, here's another movie that I'll shout out, and it's tough because I can imagine why no one would want to watch it. It's called Love.
God damn it.
And it's about an astronaut who goes to space. And there's 0 words spoken. He doesn't have any conversation with anybody. He's an astronaut on a space station by himself. And he gets knowledge. When he's up there, they're like, hey, we sent you up there, and now we're in a nuclear war. We don't know we're gonna get back to you. Good luck. And that's like the last
freak.
Yo.
And that's the
most claustrophobic shit
and
ever.
If you're interested to see how that happens, I'm going to tell you how it ends.
Yeah, go ahead.
He dies in space alone.
No, aliens.
Oh.
Duh.
All back to UFOs. See? Duh. It all comes back around.
So now if you are obliged enough to watch that movie where 0 words are spoken.
Can't do it.
At the end, you'll see the answers. And guess who gives them?
The aliens. Is one named Jesus?
Jesus alien. It's Jesus.
Christ heirs to the spaceship.
Did you see the dude?
I can't stop sending y'all.
Did you see the dude who was dressed up as Jesus and went kiteboarding? And did a Christ air, and it said, "Explain this one, atheists." And he fucking dressed up as Jesus and did a Christ air while
That's
kiteboarding.
Great.
That's freaking
awesome. I love it.
That is actually.
But yeah, awesome. Dude, UFOs.
Ooh.
So there was an analogy in regards to like alien or intelligent life that is extraterrestrial from our planet. There was an analogy that someone gave me a while ago. I don't know if I read it, saw it, listened, but it was like, you take a cup and you dip it in the ocean. Mm-hmm. And you look at the water that you dipped out of the ocean, you say, there's nothing in this cup.
But
that means there's nothing in the ocean. We know that to be falsehood.
Yeah.
Come again?
Okay.
Right?
Are you getting somewhere with this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We know that there are...
Microbes. Whales.
We know that there are
Octopi.
microbes in there. No, dude, just, I mean, how many species are oceanic? Like, how many underwater
Good Lord.
species? Dude,
Jesus Christ.
right? We don't even know, apparently. We haven't even been to the depths of the ocean, right?
Yep.
So now that's just on our planet. Like, that's terrestrial of here. Very terrestrial of us.
How very terrestrial of you.
But, dude, that's, like, apparently our understanding. Come on home.
He said, "Yo, we would have beat E." Well, me and my friends would have beat E with a hammer. Me and my friends would have beat up ET with a hammer, dude.
Yeah, dude. If me and my friends walked up on some ET, we'd have beat him to death. Because that thing ain't coming at me like that.
Holy shit.
No, that's funny.
But yes, in the ocean, there's
hundreds
You have
of
whales,
thousands of
dolphins,
species.
fish. What's that?
Just to name a few.
whale, dolphins, fish. This guy's educated.
Yeah, but for real. So
There's
apparently that's our
fucking-
perspective of
there's
the
coral.
universe. We can see, like, apparently just our, like, solar system, essentially. Like, all we can see is just whatever's around this sun that we got here. There's freaking millions and billions of suns.
I saw something the other day.
All them
that said
bitches is
how
not
we-
suns.
It said how we
that's
think the
great.
solar system is, and it was the sun and the planets floating around or orbiting around and everything, and it said how it actually is, and it's the sun shooting through space.
I saw that too.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Like travel?
You're traveling through
The
space.
sun
time.
is moving?
Yeah,
So
we're all
everything's moving.
We're
Yeah.
all moving.
And it's like movement is life.
And we're going
Movement
around
is
it like
life.
that.
Yeah, so it's like a
it's
fucking
also
rocket.
moving.
Yeah.
That is
We
real.
are
energy.
the aliens. We are going
we're-
through space and time.
Yeah, dude, we're
In a
all the
ship.
same energy.
No, my,
Energy.
my
Earth
favorite thing
ship,
that I
Mother Earth
heard
ship.
Neil
Mother ship.
deGrasse Tyson say, it was like, somebody asked him, he said, what would happen if the world stopped spinning? And he said, well, everything that's not bolted to the ground and can withstand 800-mile-an-hour gusts will just...
That'd be sick.
Dude,
so right
if
now
the
it
world
stops
just
and we just
stops
go
spinning,
against the wall.
we're all dead.
That'd be wild.
Didn't you watch the time lapse of the universe with me? Didn't I show it to you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
A child showed it to me. They were like, hey, I think you'd like this. I'm like, oh, interesting.
Probably not, but
It's
go
40
ahead.
minutes.
That's what I said.
I'll get to that. Well, I eventually got to it, and it was mind-blowing.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
like every second doubled the rate of time. So it was like every second that passed was double. So that's how you got through trillions and trillions and trillions and zillion, billion, million, gillion, zillion.
We're talking about just
Years.
Earth? Or,
Just time.
time in general.
Just the time. So then, like, our sun burns out eventually.
Yeah, it's kind of
Like, right. And so eventually, supposedly, all the, like, it's like momentum. Like, everything that's keeping that going
stop.
will stop. Apparently. From our understanding. That
That's
eventually everything, all
crazy.
this, the sun burning,
Think about just like
the
a-
energy that's happening, all the movement, all the spinning, all the gravity, all the, done.
Think about a machine just being
Cold.
like.
Runs out of fuel. So that's when you like, dude, it's on a massive scale, right? And again, some people can't think about this, but UltraWisdom viewers, they can think about it.
Ultra wisdom. This is where the wisdom comes from. We make it up and you love it.
It's true.
It's not made up.
How do you know?
It's not whose lines it anyway. The
How do you
points
know?
aren't made up. The points are real.
That's a good. How do you?
But money's
know?
fake.
How do you know that? How do you can't prove that a theory that can't be proven is real? You don't
But you
know.
can't prove that it's not real too. So that's the point of it.
But you can't
Science.
prove that it is real. And again, who made up the rules? Like,
It's just logic.
Can't.
It just
That's
works
like
that
saying
way.
like this beer is here. You know, I know that because I picked it up. But you can't prove to me that the world that the sun's going to burn out because it hasn't. It hasn't happened.
Well, then again, you just have to have the
It happened
perspective.
already.
It already happened.
You're an ant on this anthill, and you're like, oh, the queen.
Oh, she died.
Yeah.
She did die.
Shout out.
Dude.
Queen Lizzie. R.I.P.
Dude.
She killed her daughter. So whatever.
Now you have King Charlie.
No, that was her granddaughter, Diana.
Now there's
daughter-in-law.
King Charlie, right? Isn't he king?
Was it the dude that reminds me of Joe Biden?
They are definitely related.
That motherfucker has no idea.
They're the same dad.
Have seen Dad?
Bo
Dad
Jaden.
Biden.
Bo Jaden.
Bo Jaden, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one thing I was going to ask. So, my boss the other day said the best movie of all time,
Here we go.
Roadhouse.
Honestly,
it has-
I saw
he said
literally
it has-
half of that movie.
He
I've
says
never even
it
seen the whole
has
movie.
girls, it has drinking, it has motorcycles, it has murder, it has action. I was like, you clearly have never seen Wolf of Wall Street because it has.
It does.
So, with that being said, best movie of all time.
You think Wolf of Wall Street's best movie of all time?
I don't think that.
You know it.
I
for a
think
fact.
it's got to be top 5, but I don't know what number 1 is.
Well, just go back to
Saving
Roadhouse.
Private
Like, what
Ryan
is this
is
guy?
really
Like
good
mid
for me.
20s, 30s,
My
in the
boss?
80s.
Oh,
know,
yeah.
he's gotta be older.
Yeah, he's
Right,
like
dude.
50 something.
He's just a product of his time, dude. He's like he can never forget how
Roadhouse
awesome
is
Roadhouse
great.
is. He can never
It's
forget
like,
it.
it's
That's
like
because he was doing cocaine and
He can
watched
never,
Roadhouse.
He can never forget how awesome Roadhouse is.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Roadhouse is fucking great. I
Roadhouse
love
is
it.
a great movie.
Show him Interstellar.
Did you
He's like
see my
trash.
koozie?
R.I.P.
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze. R.I.P.
When did he?
Years ago.
Yeah, a few years ago, bud.
Yeah, he's been
Oh
dead.
yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
give your condolences.
I don't even. I mean, oh yeah, because he was helping. He was doing the pottery. Right, that was him, right?
I have no
In
idea.
Ghost, the movie Ghost.
That's
Isn't that
because
him?
he wasn't Ghost.
Wow, he wasn't
so
Ghost.
was Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Was she a ghost in the
I don't
movie?
know. Also
No, she was not a ghost in the movie,
If
bro.
she was a ghost or not.
Hey, I'm gonna say best movie in my book of all time, and it's a series, The Matrix.
Yeah, right. Mind opening. Mind.
That's probably
Awakening.
the best
Funny
movie.
you say that. I watched it the other night.
It's this, dude. Again,
My
it's
wife has
Dream
never seen
Theory.
it. So we got to get on that.
Hey, how are ya? Indian reference. Hey, yo.
Got it.
Oh, Native American.
Oh, sorry, Native American.
Dude, native.
I'm with the brave.
Yeah, Indian is more like New Delhi.
Oh,
Shawarma.
That's again a reason. But we're working. This is again. We
We're getting
You're
there.
learning.
We're
You're
getting
learning.
we learn. We learn the cultures of the
That's
world
Middle
here.
East.
That's the same thing.
No, Indian is Asian. Technically,
I
it's on the continent of
disagree.
Asia. It is,
Istanbul.
Technically.
Constantinople.
bro. You've seen. This is a very wide tangent from
UFOs.
top movies and UFOs. You've seen where the guys, the scammers, get scammed by the people that hack into
I
them.
love it.
Oh yeah.
What are you doing? Put it back.
Dude, on the computers, they're like freaking out.
Is the best.
Fuck yeah.
That
dude.
shit's the best.
I just know when they like hack into the like CCTV cameras and they're like,
getting raided
and
and
they're
shit.
yeah, and they're like, I can see you sitting there. You have a pink coral. It's actually coral.
Yeah, and they're like
shirt.
looking around like with all
Right.
their friends. Yeah, that shit's unbelievable.
Best
Unbelievable.
movie. Number 1 movie.
Number one movie.
Shoot.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think Saving Private Ryan's in the top 5.
that's a good
very
movie.
good.
Fuck.
Very good.
Number one
a
war movie, though.
It's number 1 war movie.
Have you seen The Quiet on the Western Front?
No, I can't do
I haven't either.
subtitles.
I love movies with subtitles. Again,
Hey,
I watch movies with zero
you
words.
were the professor. We were a rock and a grade.
Okay, gotcha,
I was a
gotcha.
turkey. Thank you very much.
He said, I can't watch a movie and read at the same time.
I can't because I'm not watching the movie. I'm fucking reading.
I do know
Yeah,
that. It's like
yeah.
hard to, when you appreciate film for the visuals,
Yeah.
to have to read the
I
subtitles.
do love subtitles though.
Ooh, the Patriots a good one.
It's subtitles are good for names. Like Game of Thrones, where they have all those crazy names.
The Valarian.
God,
No,
it's
I don't like to listen to dub things. Things that are like,
hello.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many good movies apparently that are on Netflix, but it's that shit.
Yeah,
And
Parasite.
I can't fucking do it.
dub. Oh,
Parasite,
I
yeah.
will watch the language that I can't understand and read the subtitles before I
much
listen to
rather
the
do that.
American
Yeah, 100%.
dub.
100%.
Yeah,
But
but like Squid Games was.
didn't watch
I
it.
never
I
watched
couldn't
that
do it.
either.
You didn't watch it?
I couldn't
It's
do it.
good. It's good.
Couldn't do it.
Me and every fucking 12-year-old.
But think
watched it
about
and
this
said it was
too,
good.
though. Like, think about this on again the interplanetary scale of like, dude, we've got to be able to communicate with each other, and technically, we got this Google Translate that can make what you've been speaking for thousands of years, what we've been thinking for thousands of years, all work together.
I used Google
So why are we
Translate
gonna
when Europe.
fight?
It was awesome.
Why'd you fire that intercontinental ballistic missile into the sea?
Constantinople.
Just tell me and put it in Google Translate, and I'll read it, and then I'll put mine in Google Translate, and we can have a conversation. And I'll
Because
be
I
like,
don't
it's
want what
probably
you
not
want.
good that you're.
Yeah, but you're talking about beings that come here from other, like,
planet
galactic.
Yeah.
Again, I think we have to be a human race before we become interplanetary. It's not going to be like SpaceX and the United States and NASA launches the first Mars mission. It's got to be like world. It's like Contact.
No, it will
Remember
be.
Contact?
Yeah. Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster. It was like everybody came together, all the countries, and the first time it failed, and then they had like a backup. They were like, we got the backup. Dude, come on.
Holy shit, Independence Day. How the fuck did I forget about that? Such a good movie.
Yeah, but for real, I feel like it's got to be like a planet effort to where like we're not going to be able to be in roar.
I agree.
With Russia.
I agree.
We're not going to have to. We're not going to be able to be in war with anybody. We have to be able to be like, hey, remember when we're trying to make it to Mars?
I don't know. I think there's
Just
an
give
argument.
it your cobalt. Keep the system going.
You're going
we gotta
for
make it to
world
Mars.
peace.
Yeah, I think there's an argument too that is exactly why we are keeping it the way it is. Like why NASA and SpaceX and America's a fucking melting pot. So you're talking about us not having people.
So
there's
like
Russians and
so
Indians.
like we're the
and,
meeting point.
Yeah,
like,
there's Chinese people here that work.
You
with
have
NASA.
the freedom.
We are the center
to
of the
come
circle
here.
jerk.
Yeah, and so you can go to Mars too. And that's what they say. All the Starlink stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You are the monthly payment and also getting the hardware is paying into
You're
the
helping
Mars
people.
project. No, it is. It is paying to the Mars project, to the Mars shuttle. That's what he
So
said.
you are financially supporting the Mars trip.
Yeah, that's what he said. He was like, anyone that has
I'm
this.
proud of you for that.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's just because I can't
It's
get
like the
internet.
new. But it's also
about
like
as
the new
selfish as you get.
recycling because we're like, do we know what you do with our recycling?
Do we?
I mean, it's like
Nothing.
It's like in the same trash pile that everything else goes
Yeah,
to.
they're like,
It's they're like, it's for the seagulls.
Fuck them seagulls.
They're
You
like,
know what?
the seagulls love the trash
You know why they're
piles.
called seagulls? Because they're the eagle of the sea.
if that's true, then I'm going to fucking lose it.
If that's true, then the sea eagle is
Dude,
getting wrecked by the American bald eagle because that dude is
Oh,
a
that-
predator compared to that
Is there
damn
a
seagull.
bird that can fuck up the bald eagle? I don't think there is.
Pterodactyl.
Ooh.
When they bring them back with
When
the
they
woolly
bring up,
mammoths.
bro, they bring back pterodactyl. Can you take them out with a shotgun? I don't think you can.
What is a... I guess there are no predators to the bald eagle.
I've seen videos of bald eagle taking on like a fucking hawk.
And
Dude,
deer
here's
and
a
shit.
shout
Taking
out.
on deer.
I don't know if I've said it before on here,
Shout out.
but
Another shout
dude,
out.
the YouTube algorithm not only has myself, but others. I've seen other people pull up YouTube, and I'm like, no way that's on your suggested videos, like your recommendeds. And it's the Big Bear Valley live cam of the bald eagle
Yeah,
nest.
that goes back to its fucking nest.
Have you seen it on your YouTube?
I've never seen it on my YouTube, but I have seen
Yeah,
it.
I've seen it.
You seen it on your YouTube?
Right next to Daryl Brooks' trial, day 9.
Daryl Brooks trial what?
That's day 9. I'm not gonna go. I do.
Oh, like a dog trial?
No, like the dude that ran over all the people in Waukesha.
Oh, like a loss, like a
Yeah,
okay, gotcha. I didn't know who that person was
I watch
by
court
name.
Cases. Like the Alex.
You watch
Murdaugh.
court cases, okay.
I love it. I don't want to hear how things happen. I want them to be done, and then I start from the beginning and make my own predictions. On like Alex Murdaugh. Have you heard anything about that? The
I
ginger that
didn't.
killed his
I
wife?
didn't on purpose keep up with that. It wasn't something I wanted to be in the know about.
I heard about it, and then like I started watching the trial. I was like, "This motherfucker did it."
Well, of course,
And
I knew
he
that from
did.
without even participating
But
at all
I like
in
to
any
listen-
of the content. I was like, that's probably the most likely who
Dude,
doesn't know.
so-
Like, yeah, but you should
bro,
watch the 9-hour
listen.
documentary about it.
So this
Well,
guy,
statistically, it's the person that you love the most that's going to kill you.
Well, this
so.
guy, so
And that you're
it's
married to.
Crazy.
And I just want to let you guys know I love you very much.
I do too. I'm gonna do a quick. I'm gonna do a quick breakdown of what happened.
Disclaimer: I will not kill the fuck out of you.
So this dude and his family, like generationally, like they were.
Hey, I'm gonna give you a 60-second timer on this.
60 second. Put it on.
Alexa, set a 60-second timer.
Wow. Timed out. Go ahead.
All right, go now. All right. So his family, like they were the solicitors for generations of down in South Carolina. Like they were whatever the lawyers were, prosecutors. So his son, he had 2 sons. His son, the youngest one, had like accidentally killed a girl in a boat crash. He was drunk driving and shit on a boat, wrecked it. One of the girls died. He pretty much got off, but
Of course.
2 years later, fucking the son and the mom wound up dead, and the dad like said he pulled up down to the dog pens or whatever, and like they were dead and all this kind of shit. Like, he blew his son's fucking brains out, and on trial, like while he's being asked questions. They're like, so you weren't down there? And he said, no, I was not. I was at my mom's house. I went to go check on my mom and come back. He said, well, pretty much said, well, what is this? And it's a video that his son was taking on Snapchat. And you hear him in the background talking. Fucking like 5 minutes before the dude was killed. And he was like,
Alexa, stop.
Boom. Yeah, that was pretty much the end of it. Yeah. He just changed the story up. He was like, well, yeah, I was down there. He blew his fuck.
Mr. Trump, your time is up.
Shot him in the chest.
Mr. Trump, your time is up.
Jail. Jail for you. Jail for you.
Dude. Yeah, no. Yeah. All that stuff like that is just unbelievable that it's so public now. Like,
it's entertainment for people.
Bro.
It's like someone's real life where they actually are a murderer.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, but have you seen it on Netflix?
Yeah, and they're like, did you see that?
It's actually on Netflix.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know there's multiple documentaries about it, apparently.
Dude,
have you seen all of them? I have.
I've seen 3 of them.
I'm like, no. I like to spend my multiple hours talking shit with my friends.
With my family. Yeah, what is like that crime obsession, especially like not hating, but like women like Danny, like my wife loves like crime, TV, podcasts. Like what is that like obsession with that?
I think it is woman more.
Trait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More women like it than men, I think.
Probably because, do you ever think of what you would do if somebody broke into your house?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's like a dude thing.
Well, there's also
like
more.
Just fucking, and
there's more options for like
wondering what they would do.
Or is it just like the dramatization of life? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like like everyone loves a drama. I would say dramas play more into like the female aspect, but you know, and the action would go more male. Could be speculating, but like the dramatization of like real life murders and stuff. Like, why does that play into like being more female oriented like audiences?
You calling me a bitch?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
He said 'cause I love it.
Pretty much.
No,
I mean, I like it too. Though.
I don't know
like,
that answer.
I listen to shit like that too.
Right. I've listened to some stuff though. Again, like, and it's the craziest stories. Like when you listen to it on a podcast, it's the craziest.
Oh, dude, Melissa went through a spell where that's all she would listen to was like murder.
Well, I went on a 5,000-mile road trip.
And that's what y'all listen to?
I mean, we fluctuated, but I was like mind blown by the substance of the things. We've talked about it. The toy box killer was like the one thing that sticks in my head.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, we'll go back and listen on an episode, man. I'm not going to tell you again.
Tell me the episode. You big boy me.
I'll send you the link or something, man. No, but for real. But think about this on another level is like that entertainment is, again, built for us to talk about it. For us to get other people to do it.
Murder?
Whatever it is. It's like on the entertainment value, I think it's like a control aspect of like, dude, talk about this stuff. Have you seen this? Check this out. Right? And then you're not talking about, hey, how come like physics hasn't really advanced and we should be able to do this, right? And they're like, yeah.
How come they haven't talked about the Jeffrey Epstein shit? Same shit. Why is
always
the Ghislaine Maxwell shit not came out?
It hasn't stopped. It will never stop until it gets figured out. Look, Epstein. Everywhere you listen to it, like it randomly comes up. People bring it up randomly because it's like, what the fuck, man?
So they're just doing all other stuff to distract you?
Maybe. Yes.
Probably.
Again,
honestly.
I feel like childhood's in. You would know. There's like, they're probably, if there are aliens, man, they'd be like, dude.
Fuck these
Thanks
people.
for coming to talk to us back in 1962. Thanks for keeping it on the DL, bro. Thanks for hooking us up with the microwave. That really helped us out financially.
That's what we gave them was a microwave?
No, that's what the aliens gave us.
Oh.
You know, I just think it's like there's some knowledge that we don't have, man, and it's controlled by people that control our information.
Oh, for sure. And it's highly controlled. It's highly controlled.
Oh,
so that's that's another thing too that they've talked about on like a bunch of different people's podcasts is like if you were gonna start like contacting other life forms and like getting out there into the universe, like a toddler playing with like his blocks and knocking it down would be the equivalent of us setting like nuclear bombs off in the ocean and testing them,
and
which is so crazy to think about.
What are they doing over there in the sandbox? They're like, hey, did y'all see that over there in the sandbox? They had a firecracker. The kids got a firecracker in the sandbox.
They're like, hey, y'all need to go check out Z1444, Z1Z1.
They say that shit that like the aliens are so much farther advanced than we are. I disagree. I think we are way more advanced than them.
What's the theory? It says is it scarier if life does exist out there or life does not exist out there?
It's scarier if it doesn't.
Well, the term
if it doesn't, so then we would be the aliens.
The viewpoint in science is like, what do you do when you study things? Do you let them know that you're there studying them?
No, you don't.
It's like you go into and you put on camo, put up your duck blind, right? You know how they migrate. Like, dude, they don't realize that you know more about the science and the atmosphere that they just instinctually know, like, I'll migrate here because of whatever reason that it tells me, and I would go.
Same when we go hunting, like, dude, there's a fucking scrape here, there's deer shit all over.
You know what it means?
This motherfucker's around
right?
here.
They don't know you're walking around with that knowledge, and so that's what you would just assume, like, all the stuff that we are like, whoa, we figured this out. I feel like people are like, oh, they're starting to figure this out.
Well, then you think,
whoever it is, not people, but beings, some intelligent life, dude.
That's a good point.
It is 100% more logical for there to be something more intelligent than you.
So, with
in space,
that,
in infinite space.
Yeah, with that, it's like if you are the one being observed, like we think we are, then do you think the ducks and the ants and the monkeys and all that stuff know about us? And they talk to, like monkeys, this, they don't have podcasts, but they talked about, in their collective, yeah.
Like, do animals talk to each other?
Well, no. So, like, do you think that they are communicating to each other that they are being observed, like we know they are being observed by us?
When they're in a zoo, 100%, I think so. Yeah. I think they're like, dude, we're trapped in here. They're totally like running studies
and
on
they're
us.
communicating with each other.
Out, and we know that at least once a month they pull us out. They do something that's painful, and we are like a little reluctant to do it. Even grooming to an extent, we know they pull us out once a week to groom us. Like,
yeah, but how do they communicate to each other?
I don't know. It's like
they communicate in a way that you don't understand.
You don't know. So that's what I'm saying.
Just like dolphins have sonar, they can detect sonar.
Yeah, but that's a noise that you can hear.
Yeah, but there's like, dude, think about we're just moving our mouth and making sounds that we've put value to. And so the English being the universal language is like how we communicate by making sounds with our voices.
Yeah, but we make actual sounds. So how do animals
But we put value to it.
Because we know what we're saying. When
just like you got a dog.
They might do that.
Your dog barks a different way when he does certain things. When stuff's going on.
Just like your baby cries in different
ways.
Yeah.
It's like you can only assume, and why would you assume that they're dumb enough?
Two dogs just steadily barking at each other.
Dogs communicate.
No. Hey man, what's up?
But when they walk up and they initiate play, they do a play bow.
And they sniff butts.
True. There you go.
And it's like if you allow them to sniff your butt, and then they sniff your butt, it's like, hey, we're just checking stuff out. We're just seeing things.
Right.
When they want to play, they play bow, and that's and I've seen it just having a dog in the past 2 years, like, and interacting with other dogs. Like some dogs, they don't want to play, so my dog's cool. He'll be like, "Are we playing? Are we playing? Is this real? Are you about to fight me? Or are we play fighting?" And then they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we're just playing. We're just playing." He's like, "All right, cool." Because then when they're like, "No, this is not a play," he's like,
"I'm good."
Well, I'm about to show you what's up.
You really love PBR.
I drink PBR.
Those are PBR coasters.
They are.
Yeah,
it's the best for the best.
We've been
also
going?
Like the the ant colony as well. Like, how do you know that they know how to make the colonies? And the tunnels in the thousands of miles. Usually when they dig it out, it'll be like the size of this apartment.
They put, like, aluminum in it and melt it. And,
how do they know how to do that?
Instinct,
like
maybe, but also maybe communication. Maybe they're communicating just like mushrooms. That mushrooms grow and they'll start taking over certain things.
Oh, they did that. Biologically, things communicate.
Bro.
Yes. Like, they don't have to have mouths and have vocal communication. They, like, trees communicate through, like the
root
water
system?
and the root
the
system.
Trees talk to each other?
No, that's 100%
For
real.
sure. Yes.
And so that's how trees know that, like,
and
fires are happening and floods are
relative.
happening.
Communicate, sorry.
Yeah, communicate. Better term. Better term. Hey, look, we've been doing it.
Mm-hmm.
We could do it for hours. This is episode 34. Kevin's out of town.
Are we out of that?
He'll be out of town for 2 weeks. So this is it. This is what we'll be doing. It just goes and goes.
Mm-hmm.
And life moves on.
Right now? Is
yeah, I'm closing my tab. Yeah, curtain call.
Do you also do the outros?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
No,
would you
I got
would you like to give us our sponsor for the episode?
Nope. Pass Blue Ribbon. That's all
Please.
I got.
Dude, where's it made?
America, probably.
Is it made in Wisconsin? So, our sponsor for this episode
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
is Pabst Blue Ribbon. Yes, we are sponsored by beer, and yes, that is that is okay to have a beer sponsor. This reason that we're sponsored by PBR this episode is because old K-Dog, he's out there in the Wisconsin snow. He's out there making a snowman that looks like...
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
You could stop at 5 or 6 stores for just one. I can't stand it when she touches me.
That's the kind of snowman that K-Dog builds
Really
out there.
is in Wisconsin.
Jack Frost.
Yeah.
PBR is fucking-
Yeah, he's been in Wisconsin. He'll probably tell you some stories. I think he did a polar plunge in some ice-covered pond.
Did
They
he
do
really?
stuff like this because
Do they cow tip?
PBR.
Understandable.
And when you
UltraWisdom.
sponsor your life with PBR, the unthinkable things happen.
Thank you.
Okay.
Have a great night.
UltraWisdom.